Hey guys, I'm Dr. Frankenstein, and this week I turned Mikey into my monster, so I'm going to show you how I did it. To start off, he's wearing a helmet, so I have him sitting in some boiled water to loosen up the glue and make it easier to pop off. And now, while it's still warm, I cut off part of his bandana to make it more tattered, because it wasn't before. Anyway, and then I cover places I'm going to paint with clear coat matte varnish. It works as my primer. But before I start with the green paint I mixed, I put in his teeth a black wash because, I just want to get that out of the way and get that done. Now I'm painting his toes green. It's a leaf green mixed with hunter green to get this color. And I chose this figure because he has a lot of features that I like, and the rest of my collection is the 2003 figures, even though the original Universal Monster line was the original classic figures. And also I'm using a new material this week. It's foam clay foam clay. I don't know, I wrote it on there, so we'll see. But it's a cool product. It's I've used something similar, but from the dollar store. It was cheaper. But I'll talk about that later. One of the things I like about these figures, these old figures, come with features that never got painted or used. Like the wraps on his legs, I painted white, but they were green, like they were just his skin, and part of the shoe is ripped off, and it's also the ribbed. Oh, and he has bands around his wrists that were never painted, but I'm gonna paint them white as well, so they work great. That's what holds his hands together, because he's a monster I put together out of pieces of other turtles, I suppose. And he had chin straps from his helmet that never got painted, and I'm painting them white, and then I'm gonna use that to make the stitches on his face, so they actually pop out because they had that line from the strap that I utilized. And the original Franken Mikey has a yellow shirt on, and this guy has a yellow shirt. So I cover everything I painted with a quick clear coat now, just to get it ready for some black wash. And I remember to put the clear coat on the belt buckle. And there's my black wash. It's just black acrylic and water, maybe 20 to 30% paint and the rest water, probably. I don't know, I have it in there. I make it and it lasts a long time, but I did that. And so his pads, they're shells instead of like leather, and they were looking a little boring. I painted them orange and I gave them a black wash, but now I dry brush silver to give a little more dimension, and now they're metal, they look cooler. Here's the foam clay, so that was the correct term, foam clay. And it works great for these, to make the clothes on these figures, I found. Because you can just stretch it out into pretty much any shape, and it tears well, so to make the tattered, ripped clothes.
The next day.
But also it takes 24 hours, well they say 24 to 48 hours to dry, so I had to wait till the next day to get started painting it. The head, it shrunk, but I had to poke a hole because there was air in there. And I'm still going to put hair, so it'll get a little bigger. So it's alright that it shrunk. And that was a wolf gray I used to paint his pants, and now the hair after it, I'm putting the hair on, and then I made some lines to make it look more like hair. That's also the foam clay. I have some super glue I used to put his belt on, and I just did the front of the belt because the back is going to be covered by the jacket I'm going to put on him right now. So also stretched out foam clay. And I just covered him with that.
The next day.
And just adding an extra stitch to his forehead there. And I mixed some blue, black, and white to get the color for his jacket. So when I painted his jacket, for some reason it came out, it looks a little more shiny, which I'll just say it's a leather jacket. It still looks cool, but I think that's because the foam clay hadn't fully dried. And I don't know, it's holding some oil from my fingers. It also left some fingerprints in it, but that's just ripples in the clothing. I did that on purpose. Now I put a wash on the new places I painted, and I'm I put a clear coat. Now I'm putting a black wash on the new places I painted. So that's what it looks like. After all that work, you can see how it looks like leather. That wasn't on purpose, but it's fine for me. Next week I'm gonna do Donnie. He's probably gonna be the hardest to make, because making nice, like, fancy clothes is a lot harder than the tattered stuff. But thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, always keep your head up. Peace.